Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 6th of September 2023. Let's start with our session. Which state launched the Gruh Lakshmi scheme? So the state government of Karnataka has recently launched the Gruh Lakshmi scheme, which aims to provide assistance of 2000 rupees every month to the women head of families in the state. And this scheme was launched by leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge, and Congress MP Rahul Gandhi. And this is said to be India's largest money transfer scheme. Around 1.08 crore beneficiaries have been identified for this particular scheme. Okay, so Gruh Lakshmi scheme is the initiative of Karnataka state. Now, if you talk about some important schemes, the first one is Naya Savera scheme. This is a centrally sponsored scheme and it works under Ministry of Minority Affairs. Basically, it aims to support the students from 6 recognized minority community, which are these: Sikh, Jainism, Muslims, Christians, Buddhism and Parsis. Okay, who is our Minister for Minority Affairs? Smriti Irani. After that, second scheme is Godhan Nyay Yojana, and it is the initiative of Chhattisgarh state. And recently, Chhattisgarh state government has transferred nearly 15 crore rupees to the accounts of the beneficiaries. That's why this Yojana came into news. And who is the current Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh state? Mr. Bhupesh Baghel. The next scheme is Shubh Yatra scheme, right? And this is the scheme of Kerala state. It aims to support and facilitate the overseas immigrants from the state so as to enhance the international migration. Okay. The fourth one is Ladli Bahina Yojana. We have talked about this scheme earlier. It is the initiative of Madhya Pradesh state. Another scheme is Antyodaya Shramik Suraksha Yojana, and this is the scheme of Gujarat state. Basically, it is a kind of an accident insurance scheme for the welfare of the laborers. Fine. So these are some of the important schemes that we have to remember. So these are the some of the important schemes that we have to remember. Next is, which company has launched a new mobile application called as Share.Market? So recently, PhonePe has entered into stock broking business with the launch of a new mobile application called as Share.Market under its subsidiary PhonePe Wealth Broking. So it provides market intelligence and quantitative research based wealth basket, which is a scalable technology platform. Also, it will be available as a mobile application and a dedicated web platform to enable the retail investors so that they can buy the stocks, they can engage in intraday trades, they can buy curated wealth baskets and mutual funds. Okay, so recently PhonePe has launched this new mobile application named as Share.Market. Now let's talk about some of the important applications that were in news. The first one is Meri Life application, and it has been launched by the government of India to combat the climate change and promote sustainable living, right? Basic aim is to empower the young people and encourage their active participation in addressing the environmental challenges. Second application is Arun Pol application, and it was launched by Arunachal Pradesh state. Why? For safety and security of the citizens of the state. Another application is Khanan Prahari, and it was launched by the government of India to tackle the illegal mining. Okay. Another very evergreen and famous application is Sarthi, and this is the application of SEBI. Basically, SEBI launched the Sarthi application to create awareness among the individuals about the basic concepts of securities market. Don't forget that Indian Oil Corporation has recently partnered with LanzaJet to set up an aviation fuel plant in the state of Haryana, the value of which is $23 billion. Also, which country is the world's largest car exporter if we talk till August 2023? So this is the country China. China is now the world's leading car exporter and it has recently surpassed the country Japan. Okay. Also, HPCL has decided to set up an ethanol plant in the Una district of Himachal Pradesh state. And now you have to tell me who's the ICC global sponsor for this year. Please write your answer in the comment section. Next question is, which country is set to hold a referendum to recognize the country's indigenous people in its constitution? So Australia is set to hold a landmark national referendum in the month of October to recognize the country's indigenous people in its constitution. And more than 17 million registered voters across the country will vote on 14th of October to decide whether to amend the constitution in order to establish a new advisory body for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. So this historic referendum, which is called as Voice to Parliament, if approved, would recognize the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people in the Australia's constitution. Okay. So recently this country has decided to recognize the country's indigenous people in its constitution. Australia was also in news because of Talisman Sabre exercise, which is the initiative of two countries basically, Australia and the US. Let's talk about some of the important exercises. The first one is nomadic elephant and it took place in the month of July. Basically it is the exercise between which two countries, India and Mongolia. After that, second is Vayu Prahar. Vayu Prahar is the exercise between Indian Army and Indian Air Force. It is a kind of multi-dimensional operation and the purpose of which is to coordinate different activities across different branches of military so as to achieve the converging results. The next one is Desert Flag exercise and it was hosted by the country UAE. Okay, now you have to tell me the name of a particular exercise between India and Saudi Arabia. Please write your answer in the comment section. Next is, which country or the countries are the host of Asia Cup 2023 tournament? So this Asia Cup 2023 tournament started across 4 venues in Pakistan and Sri Lanka, and the 16th edition of Asia Cup is all set to start on 30th of August and it will end on 17th of September. So a total of 6 teams will be participating in this event and the teams have been divided into 2 groups and now they are playing against each other in round robin style. So which countries are the host of Asia Cup 2023 tournament? Answer would be Sri Lanka and Pakistan. Also, which country is the host for 19th African Ministerial Conference on Environment? So that would be the country Ethiopia. Okay. Also, India's very first artificial intelligence school has been inaugurated in Kerala state. Okay. Now, which country is the host for International Conference on Preserving Information Integrity and Public Trust in Elections? So that is Brazil. Okay. And which state has recently hosted the startup fair? Startup Thiru Visa Fair. Answer is Tamil Nadu state. Okay. Next question is, who has been chosen as the chair of groups of ministers on GST system reforms? So GST Council has reconstituted 2 of its group of ministers who were tasked with identifying necessary system reforms to curb evasion and analyzing the revenue trends from the 6-year-old indirect tax regime. So Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar is back at the helm of the group of ministers on GST system reforms, and with this he has replaced his colleague Devendra Fadnavis. Okay, so who has been chosen as the chair of groups of ministers on GST system reforms? Answer would be Ajit Pawar. Now, apart from it, don't forget that Justice Prakash Srivastav has been recently appointed as the new chairperson of National Green Tribunal, and he is set to replace Mr. A.K. Goyal. Okay. After that, Mr. P.R. Seshadri has been appointed as new MD and CEO of South Indian Bank. Not only this, Tesla has recently appointed Vaibhav Taneja as its new Chief Financial Officer. And Tata Steel has appointed its new MD and CEO. Who's it? Mr. T.V. Narendran. And now he will hold this position for the next 5 years. Fine. Don't forget that recently Infosys has signed Iga Swiatek and Rafael Nadal as its brand ambassadors. Right? You have to tell me, Election Commission of India has chosen which cricketer as the national icon for voter awareness and education. Please tell me in the comment section. The next question is, National Green Tribunal has directed the Border Roads Organization to plant at least 10,000 trees in which Indian state? So the National Green Tribunal has directed the BRO to plant at least 10,000 trees within a month in the state of Uttarakhand, and this direction was a part of compensatory tree plantation to make up for hundreds of trees that were felled during the construction of a road from Simli to Gwaldam. Okay. So there were the petitions about the construction of a road in the fragile and sensitive mountains of Chamoli district of Uttarakhand. Fine. Now apart from it, the DFL has entered into a collaboration with which Indian state? So it has entered into a collaboration with the government of the state of Maharashtra after a memorandum of understanding was signed as a part of the prestigious Shri Shiv Chhatrapati Awards ceremony that took place in Pune, India. And this memorandum of understanding lays out 3 core elements to support the advancement of football within the state of Maharashtra. The first one is to improve the technical and sporting expertise at all levels within the clubs, associations, colleges and schools. The second one is to strengthen the football structures across the Indian subcontinent, and the third one is specifically support the progression of football within the Maharashtra district. Okay, so that's why DFL has entered into a collaboration with the state of Maharashtra. Then apart from it, can you tell me, India has recently signed a memorandum of understanding with which country to boost cooperation in civil aviation? So Government of India and the Government of New Zealand has signed this MOU to boost cooperation in the field of civil aviation, and this will cover the scheduling of new routes, code share services, traffic rights and capacity entitlement, and that's why an air services agreement was signed between New Zealand and India in the year 2016. And the country New Zealand and India have basically reviewed the existing arrangements relating to air service between the two countries. Fine. So India has signed this MOU with the country New Zealand to boost cooperation in civil aviation. Next question is, N.T. Rama Rao was the former Chief Minister of which Indian state? So President Draupadi Murmu has recently released the commemorative coin on late N.T. Rama Rao on his centenary year at Rashtrapati Bhavan Cultural Center. So he founded the Telugu Desam Party, also served as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh for 3 terms, and he initiated different type of public welfare programs as well. Okay, so he was the former Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh state. Also don't forget that the Government of India had released 2 coins to mark India's G20 presidency. And what are the denominations of these 2 coins? The first one is 100 rupee coin and the second one is 75 rupee coin. Then apart from it, our Union Youth Affairs and Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur has recently announced that 1000 Khelo India centers will be established within a year in the country, and it will not only provide employment opportunities to the former athletes but also give budding sports persons a chance to take guidance from the veterans. So to commemorate the National Sports Day over 3,500 events were observed across the nation, and you have to tell me when do we observe the National Sports Day. Next is, which team is the winner of the FIDE World Rapid Team Championship? So WR Chess has been found to be victorious in inaugural FIDE World Rapid Team Champions. Altogether, WR Chess had secured 22 match points. Freedom finished on 20 and third placed MGD1, it had 18. Okay, so WR Chess had one Indian, R Pragnanantha. Freedom had 2 Indian players and MGD1 had 8 Indian players. When it comes to individual medals for board prizes, nearly 7 Indians won either a silver or a bronze medal. Fine. So overall, which team is the winner of FIDE World Rapid Team Championship? So that is WR Chess. Now apart from it, if we talk about Aditi Swami, don't forget that she is the first Indian to clinch individual world title at the World Archery Championships that took place in Berlin. Okay, and if you talk about the FIFA World Cup title 2023, who has won this title? Spain had won this by defeating the country England. Fine. Talking about Asian Champions Trophy title 2023, winner is our country India, and India has won this title by defeating the country Malaysia. What was the venue for this Asian Champions Trophy title? So that would be Chennai city. Fine. Next is, when is the National Small Industry Day observed in India? So the Indian government formally declared 30th of August as the National Small Industry Day, and this is 1 year after the Ministry of Small Scale Industries announced a comprehensive policy package for the small businesses. So this day recognized the contribution of small industries to the country's growth, and it is an opportunity for the central and the state governments to encourage and support our small industries, right? So your correct answer is 30th of August. Now apart from it, can you tell me who was the founder of Institute of Mathematical Sciences? So this is Alladi Ramakrishnan. Why he was in news? Because the birth centenary of the eminent physicist Alladi Ramakrishnan is being celebrated in December 2023, and he founded Math Science, which is actually the Institute of Mathematical Sciences in Chennai, and served as its director until his retirement in 1983 at the age of 60. So this institute will pay homage to its founder director by conducting the Alladi Ramakrishnan Centenary Conference at its campus in Chennai city. Fine. You can be asked that who was the founder of Institute of Mathematical Sciences. So that would be Alladi Ramakrishnan. Next is, as per the Air Quality Life Index Annual Update 2023, poor air quality decreases the average Indian's life expectancy by dash. We know that air pollution is reducing the lifespan of people living in South Asia by how much? So answer is by 5.1 years as per a new report, and the region accounts for more than half of the total life years that are lost globally due to high pollution. So in India, on an average, poor air quality takes 5.3 years of the life of person, while cardiovascular disease decrease the average Indian's life expectancy by around 4.5 years. So pollution is more severe than the cardiovascular diseases. So your correct answer would be 5.1 years. Also recently, a team of technology experts of BITS Hyderabad, IIT Mumbai and IIT Kharagpur has won Asian Development Bank's grant of $3.99 lakh, which is nearly 3.32 crore rupees, to develop the TUTEM. What is this? Technologies for urban transit to enhance mobility and safe accessibility. It aims for safe public transport travel in Hyderabad. Okay, you can be asked that Asian Development Bank has sanctioned 3.32 crore grant for safe public transport travel in which particular city? So that is Hyderabad. Next is, which state has decided to create a fact-checking unit to curb the fake news on social media? So in a meeting that was chaired by Chief Minister of Karnataka, Siddharam Ayya. Karnataka Cabinet has approved the formation of fact-checking units to tackle the fake news syndicates, and the government would introduce legislation against the propagation of fake news and propose punishment for the spread of fake news. Okay, so the here correct answer would be Karnataka state. Next is great grant, which was seen in the news recently, is associated with which union ministry? So Ministry of Textile has approved the startup guidelines for technical textiles grant for research and entrepreneurship across aspiring innovators in technical textile. That is great, which provides grant in aid up to 50 lakh rupees for up to a period of 18 months. So Ministry of Textile gives nod to 26 engineering institutions for introduction of technical textile under the National Textile Mission. Fine. So the correct answer is option number A, Ministry of Textile. Also recently, Niti Aayog has signed a memorandum of understanding with United Nations Development Programme to formalize a framework of cooperation on a range of areas like Sustainable Development Goal localization, data-driven monitoring, aspirational districts and blocks, etc. And this MOU was signed for a period of total 5 years, and Niti Aayog is the nodal institution for coordinating the adoption and monitoring of the sustainable development goals at the national and subnational levels. So UNDP plays the integrated role in coordinating the efforts to fast track the progress on the sustainable development goals within the United Nations system. Okay, you can be asked that Niti Aayog signed a memorandum of understanding with which institution on fast tracking the sustainable development goals. So answer would be United Nations Development Programme. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today. And we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. And please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenu Satsana signing off.